I brought some, we have daily update, webinars that I've been getting on, and they didn't have the, printed out documentation from yesterday's yet, so I brought, the one from the 13th. And then, there's a Thursday weekly update too, so, the Q&A from April 9th is from that. And then they had just sent out this morning this guidance from KDEM on Executive Order 2016, because there are a lot of counties that are still having issues with people not following the stay-at-home order correctly. So the local health departments were asking for a breakdown where it's easier for everybody to understand so that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Which I'm kind of glad that they did, because I know there are a lot of things that people are going outside and doing, and that's great, but I've been very concerned about the cruise around the square thing based off of the pictures that I've seen on Facebook, because people are not following directions. There were people not from the same household in cars. There were people stopping and getting out of cars and talking. There were people stopping at stop signs and jumping out of cars. So it's not a good idea. It's just another way for people to congregate and spread illness potentially. So, and it's plainly listed in this list of outdoor activities that are not included in the stay-at-home order. So this is for anybody and everybody to see, because it says individual Kansas citizens at the very beginning of the document. So I will probably scan this in and put it on Facebook so that the people that are not understanding the stay-at-home order have it easily laid out for them in black and white, what they are able to do and what they're not able to do.
You think that'll change April 19th?
They keep saying it's going to get extended, and she changed
Yes.
her.
It'll be extended.
I think it's going to be
That won't
extended.
change, that's what I,
No.
The stay-at-home order.
well, I mean, she could
So-
tweak it some too.
Well, she
many
has tweaked it
doubt
some,
it.
but she's made it more.
I would look for it to be.
So how
at least
many
2
active
weeks
cases
of
do we have in
alcohol.
Stafford County right now?
We only had the one, and he's already recovered and been let go.
Okay.
We've had 3 tests done within the end of last week and this week, and I've gotten 2 of the 3 back. I'm waiting for 1 still.
So right now, we don't have any, we were waiting.
Right now, we don't have any active, and we only have 1 family in quarantine because they're waiting for a result.
You know, you, like on the website that I get from you, it tells how many cases in Kansas. I mean, here it says 1,376 cases. I'm assuming that they're still saying our case.
Yeah, once it's a
So-
case, it's a case. They count it for the rest of the
It
time.
never comes off,
It never
Yeah.
comes off. Even if they've recovered,
Yeah.
it's counted in the total.
and they don't list recoveries either.
No.
Yeah.
But that's because they have 1,300 to go back through and look for a recovered status on, so it's difficult for them to be able to do that. We are documenting it in our disease reporting, but
Back to the,
back to them, but it's finding more manpower to go back through all of those to find the recovered status to report that, and it's just something that's not super pertinent right now. They're working on trying to get the testing run out.
I think it would, at least we can say it's not super pertinent, but you got a million people looking at Facebook that would like to know that too.
That's true.
I think it's pertinent.
It is pertinent, but they don't have people to do it right now. They will probably do that after the fact, whenever we reach the peak and we're coming back down, but I can't do anything about it other than tell people that ours is recovered.
Yeah.
So when are they saying they're going to hit a peak?
They think by next week sometime or the beginning of May.
Beginning of May? Have they talked anything about allowing businesses, when they're going to start allowing businesses? You know, it's kind of a bad, you know, I've been thinking a lot the last 2 weeks. I mean, we've got 12 restaurants in Stafford County that's basically shut down. I called several of them and talked to them, and they said, you know, they can still do carry out. The worst said that they're down 80%. The best said they're down 60%. So I mean,
But I think that's also due to people not having income where they can't go out to eat like they used to.
Yeah,
Because there are people that are not getting paid.
yeah.
And the
It'd be-
unemployment line is not working very well.
Yeah, it'd be the pits in a month and a half, and, I mean, as long as they've served that case in Kansas City and Wichita, they're gonna keep a statewide deal because the governor has to pay with the white brush.
Yeah.
But it'd be the pits, because, I mean, we do have the real possibility of driving businesses out. So it'd be the pits to be down here in a month and a half and say we had three cases in Stafford County, but we drove 4 businesses out.
I know.
So, I mean, there needs to be some kind of is there any way we can help these businesses when it comes around property tax time or anything like that?
There are some SBA loans,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're very cheap,
Federal
and I have sent that information along to Carolyn and Ashley, because they deal with a lot more.
And they put it out.
They did,
Yeah.
well, and so I have that information if it's available, but
And they keep
I think
putting
it's
out, if
pretty-
there's on
pretty
remote
loans,
work
pretty-
programs, I think would be beneficial to
pretty
some
easy
people
to
that
call
aren't
out.
able to go to work right now and aren't
That's
able
why
to
you
get
don't have
into
to if you
the
keep your own employees.
unemployment hotline.
And you keep
It's
them,
forgivable.
So I
And you
shared
keep
that a
them
couple of
full-time
times too, because
and
I
pay
think it's
them
something that people
full-time.
could look into for temporary.
yeah,
It
otherwise.
just says.
You gotta read the fine print.
I know.
Don't drive.
Exactly.
It's just that you understand, we just can't.
and
But, you know, you think they'd have some kind of guidelines, because like the stores are, you know, central. I think you'd have some kind of guidelines for some of these businesses, you know, with the screen, employees wearing masks, I don't know.
If we had something like that SBA paperwork we could mail to these restaurants, I'd be glad to do that.
You know,
Can't
the thing
throw
is
it
about
out.
these
Well, I
businesses,
I mean,
would
it's been all
value it.
changed. 12.
you know, it's a best guess. You know, and models aren't all.
I've actually,
Right.
And the example I have is
Like how
Philip,
much?
the
do you
weather.
have like
Yeah,
We're
paper
gonna-
for those SBA
Oh,
loans
well,
that I could copy and mail out?
Oh, well,
to
that's
restaurants?
changed. Well, I think it's the same thing. When is this thing gonna end? The model
That way we
says
can't say we
the
did.
23rd of April.
and I don't know how I.
But then yesterday, Coldwater.
Well, I'm glad
And
to
three
do that
buses.
for you.
So I mean, they're trying to predict
Because I don't-
it the best that they can, but that's
Well,
probably
I
why
can
they
get-
don't
I'll
have
just-
a safe
Not on
offer
that,
with
no.
these
I'll just mail
businesses
them back
open,
if we
because
could
they
come
just
up with
don't know. And
Okay.
like the secretary
Information
said
that's
on one of the, because I've been watching the governor's updates every day too, whenever they didn't have one yesterday, but he said it's gonna be a thing where, you know, we peaked 2 weeks after it happened, because you can't see it happening in front of your face until after the fact and you see the steady decline.
Okay.
So that's
I'll see.
part of the problem too, because they don't want to release everybody too soon without knowing that we've already peaked and we're going on the downhill side until they know for certain that we're doing it.
yeah. That's the
But it
deal.
has flat.
That's the deal, like right now, it looks like 1376. It looks
Which
like it's
that's
just
not
continuing.
even correct, because
Yeah.
that's from 2 days ago, so.
Yeah.
It looks like it's,
1441.
it looks like it's climbing because it doesn't take into effect to people that have come out of
Oh,
quarantine and
no,
went back
it's
to
just
work.
total number of days. You have to subtract one day from the next.
Yeah.
But April 8th was our
Have you
high.
guys heard of anything? I mean, when the people that are getting better and the cases that are coming on, I mean, at what point do they reopen the state?
And,
It's a political thing.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah, that's what worries me. We might
and
be
it's
sitting
not
here in 12
everybody's
months.
recovering at the same rate, because, I mean, our person recovered fairly quickly, but the person that he was a contact of was in the hospital very, very sick, and he was the same age.
Yeah.
So everybody does a different disease process with this. It's not a cut and dried thing, and not everybody has the same symptoms. Because ours didn't have the same symptom as the person from Reno County. They had completely different symptoms.
I talked to somebody from the Wellington Hospital, and they had somebody in there that was fairly healthy, no other conditions, and in 4 or 5 days, they were on a ventilator, and like watched food.
Yeah.
And they released them.
Pardon?
And they released them too.
What-
Washington, they went in there, didn't test them, released them, came back, tested them again, and they were positive. They didn't test them the first time.
Oh, really?
No mask, no cover. It's kind of a direction.
I can only order 3 boxes of gloves at a time right now. I can order 0 masks. They've helped me find one set of isolation gowns that I can order, but I can only order 1 box at a time, and I think that's monthly.
How many isolation guns are in the box?
They are a box.
Just one gown?
No, I think it was 50 for 1 box.
Have we gone through all of those in National Guard yet?
They didn't.
Or the
give us
mask,
any.
mask.
Oh, I don't know, because Phil dispersed those. I only got 1 box and everybody else got a bunch. We have some in the trailer. I was trying to stock the trailer on gloves because we got none and the hospital was saying they couldn't order them. But then whenever I talked to them a couple of days ago, they were able to order through their food service and through the lab, but their nursing floor couldn't order gloves. And the same thing with hand sanitizer. The nursing floor couldn't order hand sanitizer, but the food department could. And they can't order their disinfectant because it's out of stock, and they can't order a different kind because they've not ordered it for a year. So they're having to order that through the lab also.
Are all these rules like this come from the state or from?
No, it's from the distributor that you're ordering from. So like I called McKesson because that's who we order our things from. I can order 2 boxes of smalls and 1 box of medium gloves at a time. And I did already get them. I ordered them 3 days ago and I got them, but I can only order 3 boxes of gloves, which we have enough. I was just trying to get some in case the hospital couldn't find another avenue, and I can't even help them, so. And I asked what I'm supposed to do if we can't order, like they won't let me order any masks. Doesn't matter what kind they are. I can't order any.
Is that-
And they said, well, we're not supposed to tell you this, but you can find another distributor to look through. And it's like, if I can't order from you that I order from monthly, then who's gonna let me order from them?
Because they don't have any?
I think the government's taking most of them right now. Now, do I know that for a fact? No, I do not. But there's a lot of invitations coming in, I believe. They're having to run quality control on them. I know they were talking about that yesterday.
I've gotten like 5 different emails from vendors, and their stuff looks like complete junk. And it's
Yeah.
not FDA regulated, and it's like, yeah, that's not smart. I hope people are paying attention
And they only
to
want
that.
$7 per mask.
Yeah, and it's just like,
So is
I'm
the
not gonna
price,
order something that's not gonna help people, it's gonna get them sick.
so is the price gouging started on masks and gloves?
I don't know, since I can't order them.
No, it wasn't.
The gloves weren't any more expensive that I ordered the 3 boxes of, but I don't know about masks. And the gowns weren't any more expensive than the ones that I ordered before everything started,
The
but
price really wasn't that bad on the gloves.
no, they really weren't.
Okay. That's why I sent that to you. You deal with that more than I do.
Yeah, and I looked everything up and they looked like they would be fine, and they didn't look like they were outrageously expensive either.
Has the hospital asked either of you for
We're
more equipment?
working with them. I mean,
They've asked you for it?
no, but they just bring to my attention that, you know, this could be an issue. Because they've got more people over there in swing bed and some other people that they're waiting to go to the rest home when the rest homes really aren't.
That's not what I heard at our board of health meeting. I mean, I heard that we're fine.
So, well, yeah, but then they had to change things because they got so many people, so they're going through a lot of gloves.
They have 8 inpatients that they're having to use gloves for.
And so that way you go through a lot of gloves in a
So
day.
they're using them.
They're
Yes.
using all of their
Yeah, I don't
supplies
know.
right now because they've got inpatients, and you can't not use your supplies just because there's a pandemic. And that's why they were concerned, because they weren't able to order gloves and cleaner,
That
and
makes
they've got
sense.
people in there they've got to take care of. But that's why I was looking at buying gloves to at least put in the trailer so that we had them held back in case we needed them, but they found different avenues. So
So they're just using their gloves for their regular patients.
they're using it for anything. I mean, they have ERs coming in still too, so they have to use them every.
Normal business.
Mhm.
Okay. I was gonna say that,
And they are wearing masks in patient care areas all the time now too, so.
They probably use a few more than what they normally would with 8 patients. That makes sense. too.
They're using them, trying, unless the mask becomes soiled.
Yeah,
They're
they're
using
using
it all
them
day.
all day to try and conserve
That's
that.
what she
So
said.
they're trying to the best to,
Mhm.
to.
That makes sense. That was just a little different than what I took away from that meeting, so I thought, we're all good. And then,
Yeah,
when
well,
I hear that, I think, what did I do?
and right now, I still have plenty of masks that are available to them.
Yeah, we still have some in the.
And I think
freezer,
to
so.
stay was what KM told me yesterday was they're expecting a load of masks in this week, just toward the end of the week. So, and this is from the supplier that they're buying from, because the national, the strategic stockpile's done. So I don't know how long it will take the feds to ramp back up that thing, or whether they're even going to right now. They're just letting the states do
Be
it.
something they might have to do very slowly with everybody using everything.
I did order some masks through Fastenal that were N95s, but they told me June 1st, so I just left the order in.
Have any individuals come to you and ask you for a mask? No.
Yeah, I told them that.
And honestly,
I made
it's,
that I said, I can't give you a mask because then 50 more people will come in here with
Yeah.
masks and then we won't have that many people that have to have them. So
and more than likely, if they're not trained and fit tested with them,
it's not gonna do any good anyway.
there's more to wearing a mask than people understand. I mean,
Well, there's more to wearing gloves than a lot of people
Yeah.
understand and it's making me insane.
all they do is cross-contaminate themselves.
You
It
cannot wear the
causes more
same
harm
pair
than
of
good.
gloves
Yeah, they
40
do.
times.
Well, you can't
go
tell
all over
people
the
that.
county with
No.
one. Oh my golly. Just don't wear gloves and wash your hands, please.
It's the same way with masks. They don't know how to wear them.
No, they have no idea how to wear a mask. It's just like, oh.
And they don't realize that it's, the mask is there to protect the other.
No, they
people.
think it's other people's
Yeah.
protection. Yeah, and it's like, no, you are keeping everybody else from getting sick by wearing that. So I tried to post a couple of videos about that that are saying, my mask protects you, your mask protects me. So that people understand that because they don't get it. They
I've got a
don't.
couple people arguing with me, and I don't care how smart they are, they don't get that.
No, they don't get it. Because they don't get that you can't wear gloves
Yeah.
all day long and not contaminate everything you're touching.
Did you see Dr. Seaton getting tested on TV? Or Corona? 2 doctors sitting there, both wearing masks, protective equipment, but when they get ready to talk, they take it off and talk to each other. Then they put it back on.
Yeah.
2 doctors, huh?
Looks like they say don't touch your face and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And the guy who's telling you this is touching his face.
Yeah.
I said, and we're showing this to the whole nation? I mean,
Yeah.
Good Lord.
oh.
It's amazing when you go to the store and wipe down your shopping cart, and you're thinking, all right, I'm not gonna touch my face, man, your eyes are burning.
Yeah.
Nose
As soon as you
is-
think I'm not gonna touch my face is when you need to, you gotta scratch.
It's hard not to.
Once you think about it, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I try not to take the card and put my hands in my pocket. Look funny walking around with your hands in your pocket, but I still keep my hands in my pocket.
Okay, so the, serology test results on the 2 calls I've been on, they're saying that it is not recommended right now because it is sensitive to all human coronaviruses, not just the one that's circulating right now. So you can get a positive result because you've got a different one.
That's the antibody test you're talking
Mhm.
about. Are they even available?
KDHE is not doing them. They're getting results from places and they are like, they don't know if there's ones or even FDA approved ones that are being used. And it says on this update sheet, you don't even see an antibody response until the 8 to 14 days, but they still don't even know if that's just for the SARS-CoV-2 or if it's for another human coronavirus. So it's not a recommended. The PCR is more sensitive and a better test right now,
What's the
which is the
PCR?
nose swab.
Yeah, but that's 2 different tests, isn't it? I mean,
Yes, but it's the one, like, people are running a serology test now and it's not a good diagnoser.
no,
They
it's
don't,
not.
they don't want people to do that one. They want the nose swab done.
But are they doing any diagnosis for the antibody test? Nobody's done it in Kansas, and it's not available. Okay. Yeah. I think that'll eventually be a much better test than the other one.
Well, they've got to work out all the kinks, because it's still picking up every coronavirus, not just the one that we want it to. That's the problem.
And it's saying they have antibodies when they really don't. That would not be good.
No, so that's why they don't have it here, because it's not worthwhile to do.
Yeah, they'll give you the certificate that you're okay, and then you get sick.
It's not worthwhile to do, so they don't have it here. And KDHE will not run one, is what they said. And they've said it more than once now, so it is not a good one to do right at this moment. They've got to get things figured out on it before they'll allow it. I think that's all.
Did you go ahead and do anything with Martin County on the,
They already submitted the grant, so we're just waiting to hear back. But it's for 5 counties, so.
what are the 5 counties?
Rice, Barton, Ellis, us. Can't remember the
Pawnee?
ones. Yes,
Okay.
and it's through the Department of Agriculture.
Did you notice what I sent you yesterday? There is government money available. for
That's
that.
what this is.
You think that's
This
talking
is
about the
what
same
this is.
thing?
Yes, it's the same grant.
I wondered if it wasn't talking about the
Mhm.
same thing.
It's the same grant.
Okay.
Yep. She decided, she'd seen it and didn't think it was something that anybody would want to do, and then this started happening, and she's like, no, it probably might be something everybody wants to do, because everybody's starting to use telemed with this going on, so. She quickly asked people and put it together, so she submitted it, and I don't remember when she thought that we would hear back on it. Probably next month or the month after.
Okay.
And then we did get $13,000 just for Corona supplemental funding. So, I'm working on that budget. It's for an entire year. And they said it can be used for salaries and overtime spent and supplies that are just related to COVID. And I went ahead and put down postage for mailing out information on quarantine and isolation to people too. So
You've already got the 13 or?
they've given us 25% of it, and then we'll get more later in the year.
Is the county got anything? As a county? You should.
Not that I know of, Mary hasn't said.
Yeah.
When you get your budget done, send me a copy so I can get your expense items set up in the system.
Okay.
We've got the funds set up, I just need to put what line items you want in there.
Okay.
Yeah, your budget would have been tough this year
Mhm.
without that.
Mhm. And then, it's really hard to budget this without knowing how things are gonna continue to go. So I'm doing what I can based off of the one positive that we had, and then the phone calls that I'm making to the people that are in quarantine. And they do have supplemental funding from elsewhere that we are able to apply for too, if the initial funding that they gave us won't cover everything. So I probably will put in for at least one of those other things, just to make sure that we are covered.
Yeah. And
Because I
there's
mean-
some of that FEMA stuff that we can apply for too.
Yeah,
Because that's been done, so, yeah, we just need to track all the expenses related to this, and then we can see where it all goes, but
I mean,
It'll be
buying
just like-
supplies eats up money
it'll just
fast.
be like the public assistance when we, it'll just be on a different level, because it won't be through the road department, we basically do the health department and emergency management right now. Unless you guys end up, having some expenses that you can directly relate to the COVID thing. FEMA will cover that. If Rob has a bunch of overtime through the department because of this, through his deputies and whatnot, it covers overtime if it's a direct expense.
Is FEMA telling you to keep track of that now, or?
been through FEMA enough, I know how to do this.
You're ahead of the game.
Well, it's easier to track it now, start tracking it now than it is to track it later and
Should we
then backtrack
track
and go through.
the salaries of, like the staggering of the shifts?
Yeah, I mean, if it's.
It won't be overtime, it's just regular time.
Yeah, and it's only overtime related is the way I understand it right now. See, at one time, that one storm, they paid us a regular time.
Yeah, but
So I don't know if they're consistent with how they're doing things yet or not. See, because they're not even doing the in-face meeting now. It was all done on the
Then you have
web.
to justify how the overtime was
Yeah.
used,
we don't
don't you?
have that
I
issue.
ran into that before with it.
Yeah, I've gone through that issue with the townships.
That's
They'll
not
come in
how
about
we're doing
a month after it's all done. Okay, now list all your things.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and well, and it's easier for us because, you know, our time sheet's pretty cut and dry.
That's good. Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, she dealt with it enough that she knows, so, I'm just, Shannon doesn't, but I can try to help her out through it and tell her, and it's not such a big budget that she won't be able to figure it out.
yeah. If it's doable, we ought to turn it all in.
Oh, yeah. You just want to make sure it's legit so they don't come back on you and
You
say,
don't have
okay.
documentation.
Some people have done that too, we've never had that issue, but you don't want it to be an issue.
No.
How much time would that take for them to check with everything that's gonna come in on this deal?
Well, probably not us,
I
because
think we'll be the small grain of sand
Yeah,
on the
coming
beach.
back.
we're such small potatoes to them.
Right, I know,
You
it
take
ain't
these
coming
big
back.
counties,
Put it on your list, because it ain't coming back.
I mean, Reno County's a small county for
For
them.
them.
Yeah.
They're, I'm talking about Sedgwick, well, look at the population centers.
Exactly. It didn't come back.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
How long do they say coronavirus will go on paper?
30 minutes.
Or what?
Hand sanitizer.
I haven't touched it yet. My eyes are watering.
Your eyes are watering.
Cardboard is what, 2 days?
How about your mail?
By the time you get it, it's already gone off of there.
Even 5 minutes after you leave the mailbox?
If they're keeping their hands clean, you're not supposed to have any on there, but
There's a lot of
it's
people-
30 minutes on paper, so that would still apply to mail.
There's a lot of people
The
going back in
thing
the
that
house.
surprised me was.
What about the
was
plastic
steel.
sack from the restaurant that you get your
Which I'm
takeout
like,
from?
Styrofoam container.
But then I recall back.
It likes cold
You
more
want
than
it.
it likes warm too,
Yeah.
so.
Throw the plastic sack away.
Don't they say last?
I'm never trailing at my house. It goes right in the pellet.
Well, I
I
think
kinda
they
hold
did
it,
a test
yes, and
and
then
in
order.
certain temperatures, 7 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Food can't carry it these days.
It's just like hepatitis B.
I assume the heat.
What's
Yeah.
that?
I assume the
You
heat
have
when you
a
cook.
drop of blood that drops down on the
They
face.
said there's no food borne.
And it's not pain, you know, or whatever. It's several days that the
Yeah, there's
virus
no-
can, and this is
Read that.
hepatitis B.
But
Makes you
they're
feel
saying
slightly
like
better.
after 170 degrees, it will die in like 15 minutes. So I mean, if it's in your car, it'll cook it basically.
After
170 degrees. It only lives for like,
170?
it only lives for like 5-10 minutes.
So you need to keep the windows rolled up, and the air
Yeah,
conditioner on.
What's your opinion on the heat of summer making it?
It's medium well on the road.
You know, at first they were saying, oh, the summer will take care of it. Now you don't hear that very often.
I think the only thing about the deal with
Eventually.
summer is that people are out of the house and not congregating, you know. And
Like with
they close the windows
influenza.
in.
That's how influenza works too. You're all stuck together, circulating. Whenever it gets nice and everybody goes out in the fresh air, that's when it dissipates.
I'll bring
At night, you can temperature, you know,
Farmers markets are-
eating some ways.
That's how I cook.
No, well, it's 170.
Roll down.
Like 135, that's weird.
There's some days in the summer I would think it would most of it, maybe.
But I think that's-
Probably just direct
It's
stuff.
one of those sweats or something on the one
While it disappeared. You know, the virus, regardless whether anyone has the disease or not, the virus is still circulating in the environment. And it takes one susceptible to get it, and here we go again.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
I'd go pick up parts, so that's gonna be good. One from Parkland, which is just keeps growing. You have to call, tell them what you want. And they set it on the table outside your business, and then you pick it up, and you get your check.
I got beat up the health department.
Just like you did.
Really?
Yeah.
The Red Crossing.
This is way west, huh?
Yeah, it's over in Farmington Township.
Have you contracted any fuel? Or do you guys contract fuel?
We just buy on what the market is at the time.
It's pretty cheap now.
And well, I just bought some a couple of weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
need to buy some diesel fuel this week, so I'll probably go down, I'll probably do it tomorrow.
You guys have to run clear, don't you?
Well, we run clear and red, so we can't run red in the trucks, but we can run red in all the equipment. And we used to file, I don't think they ever filed, we had a tax money back or not, years ago when we used to.
Years ago we did.
Did we?
Mhm.
We finally went to 2 tanks and, whenever we redid the pumps and stuff down there. Because we only hold 6,000 gallons of each,
Yeah.
about 4,000 gallons of gas. But that's the cheapest I've ever bought gas. We've ever bought gas while I've been doing it.
Yeah.
So it's,
Well,
it would make you shake your head.
everything is full of crude, and there's tankers sitting down in the Gulf. Full. And they're still shipping more over.
Well, yeah, and all the new shit, we're
Boots and
fine,
some
ship
sort
back.
of mirror
Yeah.
and.
Came out of this diversion
Lord, I would think that might grab it.
That might be right.
version.
But it was,
Because only they
I can
want
use
to find
refineries
reason.
or to buy them.
I don't understand.
Train and,
Is that address?
Right.
It's like gloves and boots.
Yeah.
140
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
buy
We had
a
to be
Sonic
north,
ice
so-
machine out of that?
No, it's over south and west on the map.
South of
I was gonna ask you, did this come out of my diversion fund?
What,
See, it's-
Charles?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
It's
this
south.
down
That's
here.
what I did.
Yeah, okay.
I signed it, yeah, that's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he must have something right down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I looked at that too when I first saw it.
Yeah, but that's good.
So he must have something.
And you're fine with this?
You can't have boots.
I make a motion that we accept the road crossing
Seems
permit,
fair.
uh, 2020-03.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve. Road crossing permit 2020-3, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no, motion carried. Did you catch that?
Top move.
Yeah.
Talking about my Sonic ice machine he's gonna buy me.
All right.
It makes ice like Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonic.
The little crushed ice stuff.
Yes, I need one.
Oh,
You can
Yep.
buy that.
Oh, no, we got an ice
I'll let
machine
the
down there.
troopers use it. I'll let Rob
Over
use it.
20 years
well,
old.
there you go.
Looks ice.
Don't mess with it.
Don't
Don't move it.
We've had,
So, okay,
well, we called them down there to fix it one time. Oh, can't do it. You gotta buy a new one. So
I won't tell.
Bill took torch and get this line
You won't
out
let
there.
PD.
We put it back together and we
No.
got.
They're on my bad side.
I
Uh-oh.
draw the line.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. Is it
I
old
think we
lady?
could put it down on first
I
floor
think it's
somewhere.
30 years old.
Actually, the bin underneath it is, looked like a Mondo deal because it was all rusted out and shell lines was still here. He just Mondoed it up, sanded it down, we painted it.
If you buy a new one, it won't last.
Connoisseur box.
Yeah. Well, we started buying it when we moved in and I thought, well, we'll just see how long this is going to last.
Will it last longer than your new one? Okay, Missy.
I don't know if the 6-foot distance is going to work for me because I can't hear very well anyway.
All the time?
Yes.
Or just recently?
Well, kind of. I mean, I think it's just been gradual for some reason.
Too many hippie concerts.
I depend a lot on reading lips, it seems like, when I'm not in patients. So, okay. Here to discuss Michelle and Brandon. It's their 1-year evaluations. So I wanted to first talk about Michelle. And right now, her range is at 8.1 and her wages is $17.35. I'm asking for an increase to range 8 step 2 to $17.74. Michelle's been on call every day and night with me for about a year now. She maintains a positive attitude. Have you guys ever heard her on the radio in the mornings? Nita, what's she like on the radio? I'm just rolling out of bed and she is.
Yeah, you can tell somebody's still laying in bed when she replied, but it
Yeah.
sounds like Michelle's been up for 3 hours.
And she's up at 4 a.m., with have a pot of coffee in the bathroom. So, but anyway, during this whole pandemic, when it comes to ordering supplies, it is a challenge. Every day we got to get online and look at Boundtree and 4 or 5 other entities to see who we can get it actually the cheapest and the fastest from. And Michelle is always on task. So, also during the pandemic, I've had to change a lot of policies and procedures of how we're doing everything. And so I pass it down to her to do all the revisions. So she's really a strong asset to the county. So that's for her. You have to make a motion to.
That's range 8, step 1.
She's at 1 right now, and we're just going to step 2.
Range 8, step 1 to range 8, step 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Do
You
you
want
need
to do
this?
that one now?
Yeah, just-
Go ahead, we can go ahead and do that first. Be fine.
This one?
Just
Yeah.
go
I'll
ahead.
make a motion that we raise Michelle Houston from range 8, step 1 to range 8, step 2.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to move Michelle Houston from range 8, step 1 to range 8, step 2. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Okay.
And now we'll go to Brandon. Brandon right now is at an EMT level, EMS office staff, range 5. He did complete his A, so I was looking to move him actually into a different category. I would like to look at range 6, which is the next level, to be competitive with other service around us. Brandon completed his A EMT certification in December 2019. He's been utilizing his newly acquired skills and benefiting the citizens of Stafford County. He actually has a full-time crew now in Stafford. There's 4 of them that are on call. Every day somebody comes out of the woodwork. It's nice. I haven't had to go over there for quite some time now. He's also the crew captain over there, and he works very well with the crew, and he's always wanting to teach them new things, it seems like. So he's a strong asset to Stafford County as well. His range was 5, step 2 at $14.48, and I'd like to move him to range 6, step 3 at $15.91. And with this range, when he's sitting at step 3, he's looking to become a paramedic within 5 years. So whenever he becomes a paramedic, it will end, that range will end in the 5-year period. And so we can look at moving him into a different category when he obtains his paramedic. This is the reason why I chose step 3 in that range.
Is the EMT, is he taking those courses online, or is that something, not even paramedic? Is that
Paramedic
process he takes 3 years?
he has to go to university Barton County, Pratt County, Hutchinson Community College has a paramedic program, but he wouldn't start it for probably 3 years, close to 4 years, because it takes about 15 months to acquire a paramedic.
And that's what classification you are?
Yes.
Okay. What's Brandon's name?
Clark, I'm sorry.
I make a motion that we move Brandon Clark from range 5, step 2 to range 6, step 3.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to move Brandon Clark from range 5, step 2 to range 6, step 3. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
Yes, like Kurt needs to sign it, and then do you want a copy of the back? Or
Yes. And also I was going to ask, do I do an executive session for was gonna ask about my EMS volunteers.
It's what
What,
they-
yeah.
Because they're paying for the-
Today's the 15th. Taxes are due today.
No, we got an extension till July.
Just kidding.
Don't scare him.
Yeah, that's May first.
You got till July now.
Oh, I'm talking property tax.
No, there's no delay on that.
We want our money now.
No.
Income taxes.
Oh, it's their choice not to, it's not like.
Now get this in the state of Kansas.
It's not like.
Your second estimate is due June
They have the
1st.
opportunity,
Your
right?
first estimate is due July 15th.
Yes.
Now you figure it out.
Yeah.
Maybe if
How many
they
people are
want to
gonna
come
miss
up
that?
on that path.
Mhm.
I was,
I remember the police off at the airport, the main post office, at 11 o'clock on April 15th. There was cars lined up to drop in and return.
One other thing I want to discuss with you guys is our EMS volunteers. I mean, these are a full-time group right here that we just discussed. But our EMS volunteers are, some of them are scared, some of them are not. Some of them have stepped up to the plate. Some of them are not able to because they're worried about their family and friends. I was wanting to ask you guys about possible hazard pay for the ones that have come on call. Not for everybody across the board, but ones that have been doing it. Medic One, Maxville has been at full service the whole time, Stafford has, we have, Hudson has as well. And so I would like to, right now they are $1.15 is what they get paid at night to be on call, and $2 an hour on the weekends. And so I didn't know if you guys were entertaining the idea of hazard pay for these volunteers that have come on call.
would this be an hourly thing or just a?
Ms. Stipend?
We could either do a stipend or the hourly thing. What would be easiest for you to meet as payroll? Because I don't know if you want to do just a straight stipend or right now, because we have things that vary, or wages that vary. EMTs, when they transport, get paid $9, AEMTs get paid $12, paramedics get paid $13.50. So it's a call time plus a run time, or do you just want to do an overall stipend? I mean, they're different levels. That's what makes it kind of difficult.
So you say $1.15 for weekdays, or not
Weekdays and nights.
weekday nights, and $2 for weekend per hour.
Yes. That's what they're currently making with volunteers.
But then if they go on a run, then,
They get paid hourly from when they pick the patient up to when they come back to the station.
but this is just for call.
Yes.
And some are refusing to be on call, is what you're saying.
Some of them are
They're
not,
uncomfortable.
not that
Take
they're
call.
refusing, but they're not putting themselves down for call. They're not, their families are scared and they don't want them bringing
Right.
anything home to them. And, yeah, I understand that. But
Or do you think an extra $100 is gonna make the difference?
you,
Do you think an extra $100 or some amount is gonna make a difference?
no, I'm just saying the ones that have,
But they should be rewarded.
yeah.
Should show
I mean,
them
they,
appreciation.
it's just a thought. I mean, it's for you guys.
Yeah, it is kind of their job, but I can also see that in this kind of time, that they're making a little extra effort to want
Would you
to
do
sign up.
just so much a shift? I don't know how you, I mean, I look at your time sheets and I don't get them, but, I would have to think about it. Because if you do a stipend, you've got to be fair to everybody. When I signed up for 4 hours here, am I going to get the same stipend as somebody that signed up for 24 hours?
Mhm.
So you're going to have to,
I would think it would be an hourly deal.
yeah, that'd be the easiest.
Could you make it for call time, maybe, because we're at $1.15 right now, or $2 an hour, would you increase the call time just across the board to $5 an hour?
Your budget can't handle that. You need to look at your budget. It's,
So go from $2.
The only deal, if she does it on call time, I can hear the fire guys on call time, and my guys are gonna complain. because we're on call time and not getting any compensation for it, and we're right there. It's something, it's gonna be a fine line to watch out for.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I
Even
said-
fighting within your, people that maybe aren't signing up to take call, that could,
Mhm.
I could see a problem there too.
Mhm.
Because it's not like they're refusing to do it.
Right,
They're choosing not to.
you're choosing not to.
Yeah, I think that'd open up a pretty big can of worms of
I really do too, but,
infighting.
Well,
your budget, like I said, I don't think you can handle $5 an
mhm.
hour. I know you can't.
On call time.
Let's think about that for a week.
Okay, that's fine.
And let's see how long this goes on and then maybe reevaluate it. Once the stay-at-home orders lifted, we can kind of look at the hours and maybe come up with something.
See what they.
We could be doing this all summer.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly,
Yeah.
so that would break you budget-wise.
Yeah, you're saying $5 an hour call, when they're on call.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh gosh.
but like I said, we'll, crunch some numbers and get that. Because we don't have to make a decision today. I was just throwing it out there that I've seen other EMS agencies doing hazard type pay, so I just
Okay.
thought I'd throw that out there just to see.
That'd be $120 per day that you're on call.
Well, let me see, like I said, let me see what
Let's
else
think about that, Misty, and, yeah, maybe at the end,
You said you're gonna look
you can decide, keep track of their hours.
at- Okay.
Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
working
we
during
will.
this period, yeah, but, yeah, we can revisit that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just revisit it, that's fine. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I have for you guys.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
I make a motion that we approve the April 1st minutes.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the April 1st meeting minutes. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
I make a motion that we approve the April 8th minutes.
I just made a notation that
That's
we did not meet.
The no meeting minutes.
The non-meeting minutes, that's what Clay calls them.
I'll second the non-meeting minutes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the non-meeting on April 8th. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
You want to set those down for 30 minutes?
Here,
Now be careful with that sanitizer, that's the last one I have.
you guys were laughing 2 weeks ago when I had that in my
Boot Hill?
mouth.
I got some from Boot Hill.
Did you get some?
Rob gave me some. I'm rationing it.
Have you tried some of that stuff? They got that whites, 80% alcohol.
I bought some of that for the.
I mean, it is just
Is it ever?
ever
It
clear.
looks like a whiskey bottle.
I mean, it's,
Well, as long as it's apple. and the
there's
ice
no
cream.
lotion to it at
No,
all.
it's just liquid,
straight
it's
alcohol.
like the Boot Hill stuff,
I
it's
haven't
water.
seen, I've looked every time I've been out there and I couldn't find anything.
They had the bottles out there and it is 80%
It looks
alcohol.
like a bottle of.
It is ever.
It's just a water.
It's a wonder it doesn't have.
I wondered if I'd have any skin left.
That'll burn your skin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found one and bought it, it's over at the courthouse, but yeah.
I'd like to be able to mix it with a
It
little
is
aloe vera,
ethyl,
but you
it
can't
is
find
ethyl
it.
alcohol.
Huh?
It is ethyl alcohol.
Yeah, you don't want to light a cigarette around.
Can we reset? Can we reset?
No, we'll recess. Anything else? If not, we'll adjourn.